Hello, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, for Monday, October 29th, 2018. We are coming into a descent at the end of the month of October.
Into November.
Into November. Birthday month.
It's a what?
It's our birthday month.
Oh, I thought you said a birthing month. You want to get birthing,
Well,
baby.
I mean, there was some birthing.
There were some things.
We were born in November.
We were.
Shouts out to the Scorpios out there.
Ooh, it's a Scorpio situation. Yeah, that's right. It's coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends with myself, TK, and Tony. We find interesting news articles from across the globe and we bring them to the comforts of your home.
Boom.
Or wherever you may be watching or listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Speaking about this podcast, it's done live, so anything can happen.
That just happened.
And I'm speaking to you guys in the chat. We would love to hear your likes, your dislikes, your comments, and your opinions on the stories that we're going to be covering on today's show.
Yeah. All that.
All that and more. So up first, ladies and gentlemen, Halloween closely approaching within like 48 hours.
Yes.
Or less now.
Your favorite?
Is
No.
it? No.
You don't like any holidays, so I don't know which one you like. You like nothing.
I like absolutely nothing.
Such a grumpy old man.
A father thought it would be a good idea to dress himself as a Nazi soldier and his son as Adolf Hitler. He didn't think anything wrong of it.
No. Well, that's never a good idea.
You would think.
Halloween or not.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll talk about
let's
that.
get into it.
Yeah. Up next, Tony's going to talk about, I don't know, a jaded ex-husband, I'd say.
Yeah, he wanted to see it all, baby.
Yeah, he sets up hidden cameras in his ex-wife's house.
I mean, it's fun. Illegal, but fun.
Yes. And continuing with the racism theme for Mondays,
Let's keep that ball rolling, baby.
there's a lady who approached two black women over the weekend, I believe, and basically harassed them. And I have more on that. I'm just going to leave it there. It's an interesting story.
I saw that footage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we'll get into that, of course.
Yeah.
And finally, a little local, I'd say, controversy, if you will.
Ongoing.
Guys, if you don't know, Halifax, Nova Scotia is up on the chopping block for a CFL team and a stadium.
Yeah, it's been going on for quite a while, but I think we're getting close to some sort of decision, I think. Or maybe not.
And we would like to know, do you agree or disagree?
You Haligonians.
Should we have a stadium here, or do you think it's too much?
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Yeah. First off, how was your weekend? And how was your weekend, guys? You guys good out there? Good? All right, good, great.
How was your weekend? What did I do this weekend? I don't know. I did a lot of cleaning this weekend.
That's good.
It was a good time to clean.
Yeah.
I feel really good. I like to bring my house to what I call hotel standard.
Oh.
I like things where they're supposed to be. When you walk into a hotel room, everything, it might not be as clean as you think, but everything is where it's supposed to be. That's where I like it.
You got the toilet paper folded in the triangles?
Yep, and I got it, right across the seat. It's been cleaned. It's approved.
Right. Nice little
I
mint.
cleaned the toilets too.
Little mint on the pillows?
Little mint on the pillow. Well, you got to get into it, baby.
Little treat for yourself at
Little
night.
Big old box of candy right there. Here you go, Fatso. Eat it up.
I love it.
Yeah, what about you?
I didn't get up to too much, man. Honestly, it was just one of those weekends where I wasn't booked, thankfully.
Yeah.
But it was good because I just got to relax. I got to hang out with some friends. Got to watch a couple hockey games. Got to watch the UFC that happened on Saturday. It was in Moncton.
That's right.
So it was a free event on television. So we just kicked back, watched that, of course.
Yeah.
And I mean, Saturday, if you guys were out, you knew how crazy the weather was.
On Saturday, yeah.
Super wet out.
Very wet, and it's warm today. Like it's swung. Like we were in like -2 the other day. Like last week, it was like 0. Like
These moods of weather.
it's like our moods every day.
This is true.
But UFC was good. That's right. Did you go see what's his face? Lionbert? Did you go see?
No, I didn't go see
get a
Trevor.
chance?
Sorry, I didn't go see my buddy Lucas. He was down at Stillwell. I had a couple friends doing events, but I mean, it's just one of
bailed
those.
on everybody.
Dude, when I stepped out of my buddy's house after the fight, I was like, I'm just gonna go home. There's no way
Done.
I'm driving downtown in this torrential downpour.
Yeah, it was pretty bad on that night. Actually, you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we back.
Yes, and we do thank you guys for tuning in. If you like the show, head over to the Facebook page. We Talking Trends, baby. Well, it's We Talking Trends,
Yeah, not baby.
not baby at the end.
Baby.
And give us a like and share it along your Facebook feed if you feel so good.
Please do.
Up first, we're going to talk about this Nazi-loving story. So a dad said he didn't expect the backlash over the father-son Nazi costumes.
Whoa, you didn't expect the backlash. Okay.
Yeah, totally complacent in life, this man is. So a Kentucky man says he now regrets, of course, dressing his son and himself in Nazi costumes during Thursday evening's trick-or-treat event. A picture of Brian Goldbach was posted online and has been sparking outrage ever since. Brian dressed as a Nazi soldier and his son as Adolf Hitler during the Trail of Treats event happening in Kentucky. Brian says he originally did it for historical purposes, and he admits he didn't think his idea through.
No shit.
Right? Anyone who knows us knows that we love history and often dress the part of historical figures. Goddamn, I can only imagine what goes on in his household.
You imagine? Come on.
Anyways, it's like it's Slave Master Saturdays at the house.
Yeah.
Just for historical purposes only.
Can I be the slave master this time?
So he claims that he received snide remarks, and his son was threatened, of course, for wearing the costume at the event Thursday evening.
Oh, shit.
Tonight, grown adults threatened a child over his costume, he said, and on social media, threatened to rip his outfit off of him, screaming obscenities and scaring the small child.
Oh, Jesus.
But, sir, whose fault is this?
Yeah.
Right?
It ain't his.
Many say the costume is, of course, in poor taste. The man says he didn't realize it would stir so much controversy. Sir, the Nazi costume.
Dude.
Do you know who Adolf Hitler is?
You know what he did?
Do you know what he's responsible for?
Any idea at all?
Anyways, of course, he's apologized for his actions. I think it was in bad taste for me to let my child wear that. You don't think?
What about you?
Yeah, and probably for me to wear that.
Yeah.
It didn't occur to me. I thought it was a bad decision on my part, he said. Of course, the picture here is him and his son, and it's been circulating on social media, stirring up quite the controversy. And again, for some reason, he didn't see this being a thing.
Dude, come on. He knew. He knew. You don't know. Listen, if you're an adult, male, female, dog, cat, goat, whatever you are, if you knew anything that happened in history, one of the worst things that ever happened in history,
Yes.
a.k.a. genocide.
Yeah.
The biggest case of this in history is with the Nazis. Like, you
Unbelievable.
know what you're doing, man. The sad thing is he drags his poor kid who gets threatened.
Right.
The kid don't know any better. He doesn't know what he's dressing up as. Father, you're supposed to be the man protecting this child, and here you are putting him in harm's way, and you dressed up too. Absolute ignorance. I don't know. How do you not know, man? Come on.
Rule of thumb, ladies and gentlemen, if your costume reflects to an event where millions of people were killed, probably not a good idea to choose that for a costume.
Unless you're Godzilla. Perfectly fine.
That's okay.
You can crush them Asians all you want. But listen, when it comes to real deal murder, you might want to... Does he married? Like, doesn't his wife look at it go, Honey, you know what? I enjoy your creativity. I get it. You're trying to come up with something creative. I like it. But you might not want to go with this particular selection and maybe keep our son out of it.
Man.
You want to be a racist Nazi? Go right ahead. But don't drag poor little Timmy into it.
Yeah.
What's he got to do with
that
it?
on your own time, sir.
And I love how the daughter's dressed up as like just in a regular dress.
Right?
Yeah, why don't you put her in the mix?
So the 2018 checklist for things you might want to watch out for, ladies and gentlemen. Nazis are bad.
Number one.
Got to check that off.
Always.
Don't say the N-word.
Probably a good idea.
Got to check that one off.
Any time of year.
Blackface isn't acceptable, despite what Megyn Kelly says.
Yeah, she is a fine white bitch, though.
Guys, sexual assault, you might not want to do that.
We Too movement, yeah, avoid.
And finally, for 2018, my hot list.
Yep.
Don't touch kids.
Yeah. All pretty good rules of thumb.
Yeah, that's just my 2018 list.
Okay, very good. And don't dress up as Bill Cosby for Halloween.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if anybody did that out there.
You know somebody's... Listen, if somebody became a Nazi, someone is Bill Cosby, I guarantee you, he about to get raped all up in there.
Oi.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, up for our next story.
Yeah.
I take myself as a man of voyeur. I like
Well.
I like to watch.
Yeah.
But this ex-husband took it to a next level.
Well, it's an illegal level.
Yeah.
And that's number one. You can get your freak on.
Listen, there's websites for that.
There are many websites. We don't know about them.
Of course.
He may know about
I don't
them.
know. I only heard from
yeah.
this guy.
Here we go. From this guy, yeah. You want to do it? You want to be a freak? Just be a legal freak.
Yeah.
Just don't try to cross the borders of, you don't want to be end up in jail at the end of the night.
No.
Although that'd be a hell of a fucking night.
Also, depends on what you're into.
I mean, depends on what you're into. Maybe you like that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, this happened. There was a woman, ex-wife of a husband. She thought she had left her abusive ex and would be safe. It was all over. Divorce, it's all good. But it was shattered the day that she discovered someone had broken into her Winnipeg home and installed hidden cameras in her bedroom and in her living area. Quote, for a few days, I just wanted to hide inside a cupboard and not come out. I was so violated. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
The woman discovered the first camera on Friday afternoon after spotting an electrical socket facing her bed that she never noticed before. Brand new socket. Right. Was never there before. When you see sockets start to appear that weren't there before, that might be a sign there may be cameras in your home.
And interesting pictures, too. Like, I don't remember buying that picture.
The eyes start moving back and forth. Like Scooby-Doo. She quoted saying, I was like, something is off. Something is in that thing. So I tried taking it out, but I was so scared because I thought it may be a bomb.
Okay.
I don't know why your mind would instantly go to bomb.
Hey, man, you know what? With recent news stories.
Yeah, but who's she so important to be bombed?
You never know.
She ain't nobody.
Okay.
Well, maybe. That's what she thought. I literally thought to myself, he has planted a bomb in the house, and it's going to explode. We're going to die.
What a vicious relationship they had.
How bad was your divorce, lady?
Boy.
You might want to call this Nazi guy up. Maybe you'll get along a little better.
Yeah.
The woman called police who pulled a home surveillance camera out of the bedroom wall. Soon to discover another camera was in the main living area of the home. They also found a USB cable dangling from the hole someone had cruelly cut out of an exterior stucco of the house, according to the search warrant document filed in the courts.
I believe this is the picture here.
Which is, it's not the smoothest... It's not the best handiwork here.
No, I don't think I'd hire this guy for any drywall work around my house.
He could put holes in your wall.
Yeah.
He just won't be able to fix them.
This is true.
Yeah. So the woman said she called the police at least 20 times over the past 2 years to report concerning behavior about her ex-husband.
20?
That has a track record. Yeah.
20 times.
She hasn't. Oh, there it goes. Hasn't felt safe in years, she said. I should never. That's the first time I've dropped that pen.
Damn.
That's my good pen.
Oh,
Not anymore.
Okay.
Police obtained a search warrant in April for the ex-husband's Winnipeg home to take a look for packaging for the cameras and blue duct tape, identical to what was used to install the cameras in the woman's house. Court documents, police allege they found a fingerprint matching her ex-husband on the tape holding the camera wires in place. Dude, you busted.
Is no secret agent.
You got
to go with the plastic gloves, sir. If you're going to break into a house, rule number 1, don't leave your fingerprints behind.
I mean, haven't you watched CSI, man? Don't you know the rules? You got to be very careful.
Haven't you watched any show?
You watch any show where they get your fingerprints?
Man.
So yeah, the guy gets busted. There's tons of charges filing against this guy, obviously. The woman also said, I was in my house minding my own business. How dare he violate my privacy in Canada, violate the place of my residence where my kids sleep, and I go to bed. How dare he do this to me? That's a bad divorce.
It's an interesting divorce.
It's very different, yeah. So how creepy is that, man? We've had these stories with like Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Where they discovered cameras, or on cruise ships.
Yes.
Where they discovered cameras and stuff like that. I don't know what this guy was trying to see. Maybe he thought there was another.
Probably he wanted to see, hey, what have you been up to?
A male figure.
Who you dating?
I want to know.
You know how that is, ladies and gentlemen. It's the fresh breakup. I don't know how fresh this is because it's probably.
It's been a few months.
It's probably been a while.
And he's also has like 2 years of. She's called the cops 20 times on the guy.
So this is not new. But anyway, you get when you break up with somebody, now in social media, then you're always going to you get the creeper. Wants to see whose pictures you're liking, who's liking your pictures, and in this case, who's coming over, who's stirring the pot up. And the pot being the vagina and the spoon being the dick.
Okay, we went way too
Why
far.
do I got it? Why?
Why you crossed the line,
I know,
bro?
sorry.
Anyway, last June, the woman's ex-husband went to trial on charges of assault, sexual assault, uttering threats, and forcible confinement arising from previous complaints she had made to police, and was acquitted on all 3 charges and the others.
See, now that begs the question.
Right?
Why is he still allowed out?
I mean,
why is this a free man?
Yeah. I mean, it's true. Why is he still doing it? I mean, you can't blame anybody else. The court system has failed this poor woman.
Yeah.
And then now he breaks in, he puts cameras in your home. He'd probably get away with that too. He'd probably plead it down. He'll plead it down for sure. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of showing that the system is a joke. what does he have to do to get arrested? I mean, clearly, the sexual assault wasn't enough. The 20 times she had to call police wasn't enough,
bro.
And this guy's like, you know what? I don't even blame this guy for thinking he can get away with this.
No, hell no. It was a good idea, man.
Why not? Sitting at home just touching himself.
Listen, we don't condone those types of behaviors. But if you get away with it, you know.
No, legally. I mean, if you want, you do what you got to do. But we don't. Yeah, of course, we don't want anybody breaking into anybody else's house, especially ex-lovers. It's kind of weird.
No,
get a new thing
or new lovers.
Yeah,
or someone else's lover.
Yeah. Just don't break it.
Just don't break into people's homes and put cameras in. But if you do have to, send a feed over to your boy.
Yeah, said that.
I mean, not me. Him.
Yeah.
He's into that kind of thing. And there's some people who are into this kind of thing right here.
Oh yeah.
Time for the roll.
Speaking of the cameras,
let's get away from this subject because we're getting down a very dark road. Shouts out roll call time. Charlie's in the house. Kathy Mars in the house. Jessica shouts out. Julie Erb's in the house. Ashley Fabricio all the way from Brazil, and my homie Heather in Las Vegas. Shouts out, girl. Miss you.
Oh, whoa.
And this is what's going on. It's a good thing we got away from that topic. We can go down a very dark road if you haven't been here before. We almost went there.
Yes.
But it's Monday, and that's how we do it.
Yes. And speaking of dark roads, we are no strangers, too.
No.
And in this case, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to kick off the second half of the show with, again, a little bit of racism.
Ah, yeah.
Anyways, a Charlotte woman has faced some charges. Why, you may ask? For harassing black neighbors and telling them to leave, of course.
Here we go.
Yeah. White woman is facing criminal charges after confronting two African-American women at an apartment complex in South Charlotte. A video originally posted by one of the women on Facebook shows a white woman approaching them in a parking lot where she says, "Where do you live in this place? Because this is Myers Park. This is South Park," she says.
Yep.
They calmly asked her to leave them alone. "Ma'am, would you mind? I'm just hanging out with my friend here."
Yeah.
One woman says she lives there. So the white woman then calls the other woman a bitch and then asks, "Is your baby daddy here?" Look at the classic stereotype, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In another video, the white woman says, "Do I need to bring out my concealed weapon too?"
Damn. She packing.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So CMPD spokesman said Saturday 4 criminal summons have been issued for the woman, 2 counts of communicating threats and 2 counts of simple assault. Susan Westwood is the lady in question. Her employer caught wind of this video, of course, and has terminated her.
Way to go, buddy.
So the incident recorded in Charlotte is a blatant violation of charter codes of conduct and clearly disregards the company's commitment to inclusion and respectful behavior, the company said in a statement. So, I mean, clearly in the video, it's a long video. I was going to download it, but apparently it's like 5 minutes.
Dude, it's really long. Like, I was watching, I even got bored of it. But.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you like the Coles notes. So the encounter captured on video. The first part of the encounter happens about 5 minutes, as I just said. And the woman asked, of course, the 2 black ladies where they live. And she gets all close to the camera. One of the sisters tells her to leave them alone and that she's a resident. So bug her off. Do your own thing. What's going on here in this parking lot that you feel that you need to congregate?
Yeah.
That's a true sign of a racist right there. Who says congregate?
That's a racist word.
Yeah.
If you all don't know, look in the dictionary.
Yeah.
This is a racist white dictionary.
Yeah.
Congregate.
Front page.
Yeah.
She says, "I'm white. I make $125,000 a year."
That was the best part of the video. And then she mentioned how much rent she paid.
All right, so now your $125,000, you're not making that because you just got canned.
$0.
Anyways, what are you doing here? Hanging out here on a Friday night? Cut it out. Don't fuck with your life, bitch. Cut it out. Get out of here, she continues.
Words of wisdom.
Right. So, anyways, racism. Full.
Alive and well on a Monday.
Yeah. And apparently the sisters in the video, their car just broke down and they were just waiting for they were just trying to call for AAA.
Oh my God.
So I mean, you would think in a normal situation, a nice human being would be like, "Hey guys, what's wrong? Can I help you out in any way? Can I drive you to a gas station? Can I get you a can of gas? Would you like some coffee? It's kind of cold out on a Friday night."
How about a fellow human?
Right?
She is obviously under the influence.
So, yeah, and I believe she was in the video. Yeah. I mean, when you start spewing about how much you make a year and,
over and over.
I'd say I like to bet on you're pretty loaded at this point.
Yeah, a little bit.
Or you're just an ignorant asshole.
That too.
Right. Also, I thought threatening pulling a gun is some sort of felony charge. I mean, in some states, I know it is.
Yeah, I would say.
If I say I'm going to kill you or I got a gun,
yeah,
I mean, you're uttering threats there.
Yeah, most states, except for Texas.
Yeah.
You're all right there.
And you know what? I think she strikes me, excuse me, as the person that she won't learn from the situation. She strikes me as the person who is going to blame the two black people for her getting fired.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Yeah, she's like, those guys got me fired. Listen, I'm a white woman, and I make $125,000 a year, Tony.
Yeah. Well, listen, I mean, show total respect to you.
Suck this like you should.
I pay my rent.
My back. Lick my hand.
Easy.
Sorry, that's just the anthem right now.
You know, this is a Monday.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We're just easing into this.
I'm just trying to put myself into her shoes.
Right.
As she was on it was a Friday night, so she was turned up.
She was getting
listen up to Kia. My neck, my back, just before she approached these two black women.
Like, yo, I got this. I got this. I live here.
Put your neck into it.
I pay $1,100 a month on my rent.
Yeah. What do you pay?
I got this. What do you pay? Where do you live?
Where's your baby daddy?
Where's your baby? Oh, he live in here? No, he don't live in here.
Yeah, he don't live in here. He lives in the ghetto.
Where do you live?
Anyways, we will quickly subside after this topic because we're slowly going down a horrible road.
Another dark road.
Yes. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we live in the great province of Halifax, Nova Scotia, where...
The province of Nova Scotia.
I said the province of Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Nope. All right, we'll get you.
We live in the city of Halifax and in the great province of Nova Scotia.
Right. For our international guests, did you see we're both dropping shit today? Sorry. Even Remembrance Day bailed on you after you said that statement. Like, he doesn't even know where he lives.
Bringing back so many memories of all the people who abandoned me in my life.
Oh, Jesus.
Daddy!
About to get deep. About to get deep.
Anyways, for those who are unfamiliar, Halifax, Nova Scotia is on the block for potentially getting a new stadium.
Again.
Which would bring in a CFL team, potentially.
Apparently.
Now, with that comes a lot of money in the hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's going to be placed in Dartmouth, which is like a city that's 5 minutes away from us.
Yeah, we live in a very confusing place.
It's really odd. And for some reason, a lot of people don't like driving around in Dartmouth. I love Dartmouth, but the people just don't like driving there.
I don't like it myself, only because I'm not familiar. You know what I mean?
I'm familiar.
We're literally a 5-minute bridge ride from Halifax to Dartmouth, just to give you perspective.
Yeah.
And people from Halifax are like, I'm not going all the way to Dartmouth. Literally 5 minutes over the bridge.
Yeah.
Not even 5 minutes on the bridge.
The fuss that it kicks up, it's insane.
It's ridiculous.
So may we go into the story that do you think this is a good idea that the stadium is going to be put in Dartmouth?
I mean, I don't know if it's a good idea on either side. I don't know.
No, I agree.
There's a company hoping to bring a CFL team, like we said, to Halifax. Proposed Shannon Park, which is a big empty area. Used to have D&D housing on it, I believe.
Okay.
Old and gone. They've torn it down.
Dungeons and Dragons housing. Right?
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. Department of Defense. Sorry for people who don't know. But it's empty now. Big empty lot. Definitely a lot of space and right on the water, which is nice. Yeah. It's along the east side of the Halifax Harbor.
The stinky side.
The stinky side, not the nice side. No. And they want to build a stadium for 24,000 people. This is the word. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, we have Scotiabank Center, which is an indoor facility. It holds close to 9,000 in that ballpark.
Yep.
So this would be obviously more than double.
Yeah.
We have a hard time filling the Scotiabank Center for most events.
Yes.
So,
wasn't talks about this originally supposed to be out at exhibition park for?
They talked about that at one point because the parking would be no problem, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I think similar type of size, it'd be 24,000 seats or whatever.
Yeah.
Proposal from Maritime Football Limited estimates construction costs between $170 and $190 million, with the municipal and provincial government pitching in. So now you are involved as a citizen. And your tax dollars.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, you can suck it because you're going to be a part of it. The proposal is on the agenda for October 30th, which is tomorrow, for a regional council meeting where council is expected to direct the chief administrative officer to conduct a business case analysis. More money down the toilet. They've already done this before. I don't know what the hell they're doing it for again.
Yeah.
The report also recommends making amendments to Halifax's charter to allow tax agreement on the stadium, discussing debt financing possibilities with the province, and preparing a financial report for council.
Now, do you think a lot is happening too quickly here? I mean, I know this is probably not going to, get greenlit right away, if it does get greenlit in the first place.
Right.
But I mean, we had the legalization of marijuana,
A lot of shit.
yeah. And then I mean, we have the new construction going on with the new down by Barrington Street. I can't remember
the Roy. Oh, you mean the
rotor, the new rotary they're putting in down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Anyway, then there's that. We had the smoking ban.
Shavante brings up a good point. They need to finish the bridges first. Why don't you finish the bridges?
This is true.
It's a good point.
Let's be goddamn clear, because that bridge was supposed to be finished weeks ago.
Dude, it was finished, and then they started again. Dude, listen. We could have built a new bridge.
Oh.
For all the money and time we put into this old bridge.
That old ass bridge.
Let's let that bridge crumble. Whoever's on it, they gone.
Too bad.
It's all over.
See you later.
Get in the boat.
Should have not have been there.
You should not have been there at that time.
We put up a notice. We were going to blow up the bridge.
It's old and crusty. You know that.
Yeah. What were you doing there?
You shouldn't have been there.
But yeah, honestly, I think.
What's the move?
The move would be this, first of all.
Do you like that?
Check this move
That's
out.
a good move.
And then
But that doesn't help us here right now. Well, that kind of helps us. I mean, can I get my pen?
Yes, but
We're all bending over here, so.
Oh, shuts out.
Oh,
Shouts out to
Jesus
bending over.
Christ.
I think,
What do you think?
as Councilman Thorpe, I would say, guys, let's turn this money around and put it into healthcare and schools that are, they talked about the hospital last year.
Yep.
The mold, the bed bugs,
Right.
the floods.
Right.
The desperate need for equipment. You have problems keeping people here after school. You're looking for doctors. But you know what? They're like, you know what Nova Scotia needs? You know what Halifax and Dartmouth need? A CFL team.
Well, listen, those other things you just mentioned, important.
Yeah.
Not sexy.
That's true.
Not sexy. We don't give a fuck about education going down a toilet.
That's true.
Or extra hospitals, whatever the case may be.
We don't care about your head cheese.
They're on the way.
Wait, head cheese?
What?
Where'd that come from?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's true.
It's not sexy.
It's not appealing.
And they don't make money. They're trying to generate revenue, obviously, for what, you know what I mean? They're going to put this money in if it's $200 million, let's say, because you know it's going to end up being more than that.
Exactly,
anyway.
because that's just the estimate, ladies
That's
and gentlemen.
bullshit. You know it's going to be like $300 million.
My voice got really raspy there.
Yeah.
What's up, girl? How you doing? Yeah, and I honestly think this money could be well spent otherwise, but as you said, the appeal, they
It's
want
not sexy, bro.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't, they're looking for things that generate money. And this potentially could generate money, maybe.
Doubt it.
Long shot down the road.
That's
now,
like Shaquille O'Neal from half court.
Yeah.
and
can't even shoot.
and you're betting all the money on him to make the shot. That's what they're banking on.
Dude,
right
I wouldn't
now.
bet on him from the free throw line, first of all.
No.
Aaron says, isn't the proposal dealing with mostly private money? I think there's some private money.
Yes, yeah.
Similar to the Nova Center.
And I believe the taxes, I can't remember how it was worded today on the radio, but I don't think people of Halifax are going to be taxed too heavy on the stadium itself.
Yeah.
But I think the money that it generates will kind of go back into within itself. But I mean, I can't, 24,000 seats.
The question is, does this city need a 24,000 seat stadium? Do we need it? Is it a complete waste of time, money, and energy?
We can barely fill the Scotiabank Center as is sometimes. I mean, we have a basketball team that gets, on a good day, 2,000-3,000.
Some people will argue that that having a stadium, there's a lot of acts, musical, live acts, whatever the case may be, that we can't bring into a Scotiabank, which only seats under 10,000. We need a 20,000 seat stadium to bring those acts here, which would generate a lot of money for the city.
Right, but then how often would these acts be coming in? Because it's like, okay, once in a while, that's cool, but the problem is you can't have constant big acts coming in like that because we don't have the money like that.
We don't have the money. You think people aren't going to pay to go see the acts as often?
I just don't think you could do it as often. That's a lot. We're already, I mean, the minimum wage is what it is.
Yeah.
So, and people complain, like I'm complaining too. I'm with you too. I'm not saying you people. I'm one of those people as well.
He's a people.
I'm a people. So I'm in the same boat where if this were a thing and I were to look at a schedule, I'd be like, oh my God, like it's too much.
You'd have to pick and choose.
AC/DC's here one month and then you got Bruno Mars the next month. And, I mean, tickets are like $200. I can't do that.
Okay. But don't you think there'd be enough people to pick and choose between certain acts, like that would be able to fill it at least 15 to 20,000 people every show? There'd be enough people in the city. We go almost 500,000 people in the city, or 400 some odd
I'd
thousand.
say a good 300 to 400.
Okay, in
And
HRM.
Mostly, listen, Nova Scotia.
A lot of
we're the oldest province in
a lot
Canada.
of elderly people. Yeah.
So
Keep in mind there are a lot of students, tens of thousands of students.
But that's only for a certain part of the year.
It's true. But they got that memo. They got that student loan money, baby, and they don't care. They're spending on anything.
That's true.
So there's some argument. I'm just saying there is another side to it. Is it worth it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. How long is it going to take to build this friggin' thing? It's going to be $300 million for sure. And the biggest part, you were going to say?
No, I know what you're going to say. You just take the words out of my mouth.
Public transit, people.
Yes.
It's a nightmare in this city. There's nothing here. The buses are few and far between. There's not enough space to park.
Yeah.
There's no major train or subway system. There's nothing.
And here's the thing. You think the Metro Center, the Scotiabank Center is bad for like a Mooseheads game for parking and getting downtown. Think of that, but double.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Right.
Hard enough as it is. Aaron also says, do you think that adding modern amenities like a football team and added benefits of a concert venue would be a good step to start retaining people in the province? It's not all about money, why people leave. Nova Scotia can be a boring place. Yeah, I don't know. Is that part of it? Is it because there's not enough shit to do here that young people graduate and move on to other things?
But for the most part, when you want to do something, you need mamula.
The big mamu.
Yeah. I don't know, because, I mean, I'm sure people have friends who live in bigger cities, and, like, yeah, sure, there's stuff to do, but they're not always going out, and I know.
That's true.
I know living in other cities doesn't keep them there, but I'm sure there are people like, oh, well, maybe, we do have a official national team here.
Yeah.
They maybe would stay, but I mean, you got to think too, if they're really banking on the CFL draw, man, it's only 8 games here a year.
Right, that's true. Yeah, I suppose. Ben brings up a good point as well. He says, so we have a hockey team, soccer team, basketball team, rugby team, and now lacrosse team. How many sports teams can we support?
And the lacrosse team is that will be a first national sport team here, I believe.
Yeah.
And again, that's the thing. We can barely support, besides Mooseheads, the teams that we have here. I mean, yeah, sure. And they had the argument like, oh, of course. I mean, St. Mary's does well. Dalhousie does. I mean, yeah, because they're focused on the student body. It's very heavily focused on the student body. Yeah. But I mean, you got to remember these students again aren't going to always be here.
Can we also cash in on tourism? Because tourism right now, I think there's not much to see here. Like I think we're losing. Well, him obviously. Look at him up and down, baby. He is seventh wonder of the world, TK. Yeah. But aside from you and the wondrous creation that you are, tourism's going down. Let's face that fact, right? You can only see Citadel Hill so many times.
But have you seen it at night, though?
You don't want to see it at night, baby.
Yeah.
Or do you? It might float your boat.
I got a tour for you.
Yeah. Bend over.
Yeah.
But, is it a cool thing to pick up maybe a little bit of tourism, something else to attract tourists to come here? I don't know. Or is it not enough? Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, you know what I mean?
And the thing is, when does the CFL season? When
CFL is happening. It's happening now.
Right.
I think it start in the late summer.
Okay.
And keep going
I don't know. I'm not a CFL fan, and that's another thing. I think a CFL thing is more popular Western Canada-ish.
Right.
I think again, East Coast is more. I mean, it's way more hockey, a little bit of basketball, hopefully, but I mean,
not much.
Not much. And we're gonna find out shortly with the soccer team because they're going to be playing at the Wanderers grounds. And that holds the stadium. It's going to be 5,000
people.
So we're going to see if we can even support that. And I think that would be a good catalyst to kind of, instead of deciding maybe tomorrow, maybe they should let another sports team kind of like, okay, can 5,000 people, can we fill 5,000 people for the Wanderers ground? And then after that be like, okay, I mean,
100%.
Let's look at this.
Aaron says, but have you seen Citadel Hill on weed? Not yet.
Yes.
Blaze it up, man. Bradley says June. So I'm assuming you're talking about CFL must start in June.
Okay.
And then run through.
Because I'm just trying to think.
June to December, he's saying.
Okay.
So June to December, okay.
Because the reason I was asking, too, is like when people come in from away and on the cruise ships, I mean, people are really – is CFL the draw?
Well, I
mean – when they pull in, honey,
No.
We need to see the Halifax.
I think the move. Yeah, exactly. Well, I think the move would be is that if you're here on a cruise ship, you can go to a show there.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, listen, cruise ships run from I think May. May is when they really start until October.
Yeah.
So it's a big cruise ship season, and that would be when the students are away for the most part.
Yeah. Isn't there entertainment on those cruise ships anyway?
Yeah, there's a lot of entertainment on that, but I mean, like if you want to go around the town, you might want to go to a.
You're like, I see Too Short 7 days this week. Jesus.
He was at breakfast. And
Yeah,
it's really annoying.
It's annoying,
Keep
man.
stealing my bacon. I hate that guy.
It smells like eggs.
Sir, that's racist.
Yeah.
Make him walk the plank.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's a hard.
I say no. Me personally, I think it will be a huge.
You know what I fear?
flop.
I fear is like it could be a big flop. I fear like it's gonna be like the Montreal. What was it? The Olympics. Where they built the big stadium, the expo, whatever it was, and now it just like sits there and does nothing. Like a lot of countries where they build these massive facilities for the Olympics or whatever, and then nothing happens with them.
Yeah,
I just feel like that could be a possibility here.
I think that could be. Yeah, I agree with you.
Most ships. Oh, and Ben brings up a good point. Most ships arrive at 8 a.m. and leave by 7 p.m. So they won't go to a show anyway.
There you go.
Suck it.
Yeah.
All right, we made the decision for you, council.
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah.
You're out.
You may as well just hire us at this point.
Just make us the new attraction, baby.
Also,
look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We look good.
Sexy and sexy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good, baby. And we will do the show shirtless.
Yeah.
I always throw that in there.
Yeah, Jesus, I didn't agree to this. Also,
did.
before we go, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to address what's on your wrist, sir.
Well,
were you at a festival on the weekend? Or?
I was not. Listen, this is part of having kids.
Okay.
My oldest daughter, she does volleyball on Sundays, so it's a headband.
Oh.
So it's to keep her hair out of her eyes, and it was
right.
in my car. I was like, I better take this out, but I don't. Where am I? And I just put it on my wrist.
Okay,
I was like,
cool.
So I won't forget.
Maybe that could be your new thing.
We'll put it on the wine.
Oh, very beautiful.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. Maybe I'll use.
You're gonna fix this up.
This is my goal for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do a wine giveaway.
Yeah, not like this
for our little company, and
it'll look better.
I'm gonna get some things from Michael's today.
He did what he could do with what he had.
I thought it was gonna be enough. I thought this looked pretty snazzy.
It's one of those things. It's an art form, and you go to Michael's. I think they do classes on that. So you may want to
listen. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, let's go meet this beholder.
I think it's a very beautiful.
I think he's blind.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, well, let's see what you do with this tonight.
Yeah, and I'll surprise everybody tomorrow with. You're gonna like it. I think
they got those nice little wooden crates.
No, we're gonna still use this one.
Oh, this basket?
Yeah, this basket.
You should get the. Anyway, I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, you used to decorate cakes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you should be the man at the helm.
I'm gonna watch you.
Okay.
And I will grade you tomorrow.
Okay.
But then I'll drink the wine.
Okay, fair enough.
Anyway, we blabbed on enough.
Yes, we have.
What are we doing?
We apologize.
What's happening tonight? Monday Night Football's on tonight.
Yes.
Your boys are in the house tonight, taking on the New England Patriots.
Division rivals.
Big game. Monday Night Football. New England is 5-2. Buffalo 2-5. We're feeling your pain. We're worse than that, but
listen,
you have a chance. These divisional games are always good.
No, they're pretty decent, and Buffalo, from my recollection, usually puts up a decent fight.
You are playing at home.
That's what I'm saying.
Some fire there behind that. Yeah. I like that. You have the home advantage. So, pressure on Brady, and you have a chance. You let him sit back there all night. It's gonna be a long ass night for Buffalo. Oh, man. But anyway, it's all good.
What are you up to? You just gonna watch the game this evening?
I think I'm gonna watch the game. I'm gonna do a little bit of work. I don't know. I might go to Michael's for something. No, I don't know.
There's a craft night at your place?
No, there's 100 things. My kids always have a list. I got to go to this store or this store.
The kids. Sure, Tony. Uber. Sure. The
and
kids.
I got to get some stuff.
Yeah.
I need new pants. I'm very pantsless right now. I'm not pantsless right now.
It's crazy. Oh, my God, Tony.
But on Saturday night, I was pants.
Watch out.
No, I mean, I might go do a little shopping. I don't know. What about you? You're going to do your Michael's
I got to go.
This is going to be like an all-night project.
It's probably going to take me quite some time.
Watch his Instagram.
Yeah.
He'll take you step by step through the ups and downs of decorating such a wine basket.
More downs than ups.
So whoever gets it as a gift should appreciate all the work that went into it.
Yes, it's true.
So, but we will be back tomorrow.
And we appreciate the work that you guys do every time you come in and
do.
hang out with us and listen to this.
Do it on a daily if you like.
Yeah.
Because it's a good idea. See, we're here daily, weekdays. Look at this. Monday to Friday, 5 o'clock. Shouts out to Brandon Blades. His Boston Red Sox won the World Series last night. Not his. He doesn't own the team, but he's probably the biggest fan I've ever met. Well, you know what?
He probably has a little stock in
He's
there.
got a little piece of that action. Shouts out to him, and he's celebrating, I'm sure, for the next 3 months. Naked and on the ground, full of beer and pizza. My man.
I thought you were talking about me for a minute.
You too.
Yeah, cool, man.
That's a typical Monday night.
Yeah.
Anyway,
sweet.
we'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Come on back, like, share, tell everybody about it, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a fine, fine evening. Peace.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah.